Hey guys, how's it going? Matt Ackerson here, the founder of AutoGrow.co, as you may already know. And just want to say thanks for being a subscriber and hope that your day is going well. So what I'm covering in this video here, as I broadcast to you live here from beautiful Long Island, New York, just got back from a year abroad, traveling through Latin America with my beautiful girlfriend. And we're getting ready to launch this a new company with our first product. So it's a really great refresher to me. I'm also learning a lot of new things I look forward to sharing with you in the near future. But what I'm covering in this video for you here is how do you grow sales conversions in your sales funnel when they get stuck, when you've grown to a certain point and they just kind of plateau and you're not sure, what should you be changing? What can you change? What's holding sales back? Why aren't more people convinced by the value that you're offering them? Because you look at your offer objectively, and maybe you're aware of what the competition is doing, and objectively though, you feel that your audience is the right audience. You're targeting the right people, and they're coming in, but people just aren't buying. You just hit a certain level and you can't seem to grow beyond it in terms of sales at the bottom of your funnel. And so what can you do? And let me give you a quick story anecdote. So a little while back, when we were a productized sales funnel service agency, if you will, one of our clients emailed in requesting support and asking us to take a look at his landing page. And I was doing support that day. So I took a look at it, and it was, go away, fly. So it was just the quality of the design and the orientation of certain aspects on the page. And what made it memorable to me was he sounded desperate, and he was really at a very similar point and had this exact problem in the way that he expressed it. He said, I don't get just tell me, like, why are people not converting on my page? Like, it's set up. It makes sense to me. I feel like what I'm offering is valuable, especially, compared to the competition, what I know is working for them, but why is this not working for me? And I'll tell you the answer in the form of another story anecdote. So last month, I was really proud to report to you guys for our most recent growth report that since we became officially a product business, where we stopped being a marketing agency in 2017, and we became a product business where we were selling our own products that I developed with our team starting in January up until this month. I reported 6 consecutive months of growth, basically practicing what we preach, applying the auto growth funnel framework, where we work on a different level of the funnel consecutively and just kind of go around in a loop, find the leaks, fix them. And one thing that we did, so what we did last month to cause growth in terms of our 6-figure sales funnel product, for instance, because the previous month, sales were just, they were just okay for the 6-figure sales funnel. It was the first time that we were launching it. So I said, let's relaunch it. And because the first time we launched it a year ago, sales were just much, much higher, much bigger impact. So I said, you know what? I think I know what the issue is. And the issue was this: because after we made this change, sales increased by 34%. Okay. And so what was the change that we made? And it's also the answer to the question that our former client emailed in about, where he felt like he was stuck, he plateaued. And I felt like we had plateaued with sales for the 6-figure sales funnel training. And the answer was this: quality design plus in-depth content. Quality design plus in-depth content. And let me give an example, because that sounds just like, well, duh, like, you need a high quality landing page if you want sales. Of course, Matt. It's okay. Let me give you an example to let you know what I mean. Okay. So, For example, graphics that that show people that look that they were professionally taken, that weren't reused by 10,000 other websites. Okay, no typos. So for example, another example, at the top of our first sales page from May, we had just a blank, generic green background. And some of the people watching this video may know what I'm talking about because they went through that launch funnel that we did. Versus a month later in June, when we relaunched it, the background at the top, it just looked much more premium. It had these two, graphical charts like analytics, kind of running parallel to each other. There was one bump, it goes up and then down, and then another one up, and then kind of steadily up in like a nice warm orange color. And the colors, it was a custom graphic. You could tell that it was a custom graphic designed, just for our product. So that's another example of what I mean by quality design. So what do I mean though by in-depth content? Well, in May, I speculated that our audience wanted just bite-sized, simple videos that weren't so in-depth. So the videos that I put out were between 5 to 7 minutes in length, just very, very simple. And the sales page was also substantially shorter because all the user testing that we did on our original sales page from when we first launched the product a year ago was that, it's too long. It's like 4,000 words. It's way too long. Now hindsight is 2020. Perhaps I should have known that, none of the people who bought from us had that feedback. None of them complained, I'm considering buying it, but there's too much stuff here. So anyway, for May, we had the shorter videos and we had the shorter landing page. For June, we had a much longer landing page by about 2 times longer. And the videos that we put out were between 20 to 30 minutes each. So more than double the length each of them compared to that of the May launch. And that's what I mean by in-depth content. Because although I say that sales increased by 34% month over month, I cannot tell you though that just to be transparent with you, that is a statistically significant number, meaning that there were enough conversions that it would be statistically relevant and it was A/B tested and all that. But what I can tell you is that for every funnel that I have gotten my hands dirty with, whenever we got stuck, or whenever I was taking an existing funnel and taking it to the next level, this was really the deciding factor in the quantity of sales, and the overall conversion rate was in-depth, or rather quality design and in-depth content. And I'll end on this note. So of all of the user testing that we did on our long landing page, pretty much all of them said, oh, this is too long. But there was one user test looking back where the person scrolled down, and I think this is probably the best argument for why it's almost a cliche in the marketing community. Why do longer landing pages convert better? Well, according to this user, he scrolled down the page. He scrolled down the page, and he went back up, and he said, this looks like a substantial offer, well thought out. Looks like there's a lot of value here. In other words, he was saying that because the landing page was long, it made the offer seem more thorough and more trustworthy for that reason. All right. So in addition, to higher quality design. All right. So if you feel stuck, you may want to evaluate, what does the design foundation that you're working with really look like? Is it cookie cutter? Does it look like a template? Does your copy, is it generic? Are there typos? And Are you really making a very clear offer where you go in depth about what is the problem that you're solving? Here's the solution. Here are the benefits. Here's why you should trust me. Call to action. Here are the features broken down, point by point by point, and test that, because that could be the thing that's really holding you back. In-depth content and quality of the design overall. Okay, so that's it for today's Matt Hack. If you like this video, please let me know. I really appreciate any likes and shares, and I love hearing from you too. And if you'd like me to consider answering a question about creating your sales funnel or optimizing, I'll be happy to read your email or read your comment and consider that for a future Matt Hack video. All right. And as always, be sure to subscribe to get daily Matt Hacks just like this one. And other than that, I will see you in the next video. And remember, my name is Matt Hack in the Matt Hat, delivering you your daily dose of Matt Hacks. Keep hustling, stay focused.